Can we make Bronny James the best NBA player of all time? As of right now, Bronny gets very little playing time, so he's averaging 7 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Our first matchup in the playoffs are DeMar DeRozan and the Kings. This team really put on a show, which I didn't think was going to end up happening because we have LeBron James, Luka Doncic, not Bronny necessarily at this point. He is not ready, but still, we had a pretty good, solid team, and somehow DeMar DeRozan ended up pushing us to a game 7, and it was literally game for game going back and forth, and look at Bronny James making this shot, and look at this reaction from LeBron James. I thought this was the funniest clip that I had seen. I'm like, what is going on here? But we ultimately ended up getting the W in Game 7 against the Kings. Next, here we go and face Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I think is how you pronounce it. Someone made fun of me for it before, but this Thunder was the favorite to win in this playoffs. They had a way better record than us. I believe this playoffs we had 53-29, while they were number 1 seed in the playoffs, so they definitely were supposed to win, but something ended up happening and we took them out in Game 6 to end up going against the Timberwolves in the semifinals. There is some potential here. We got 18 seconds left on this clock, 115. We are down 3-1, right? So even if we end up winning here, this potentially we still have a couple more games, but let's see if we can do it. 9 seconds left. I hope it doesn't go to overtime because no, probably not even going to hop in for overtime, but I just want to see, can we make it? An open pass. Yes, sir. 1.4 seconds left. We ended up going into the next game. That would have been Game 5. Now we're going into Game 6. There is still potential for us, y'all, but it will be 3-2. This is so scary. Game 6. This is Game 6. I was like, hold up, am I getting that wrong? We get eliminated by the Timberwolves. I cannot believe this. 15 seconds left on the clock. Of course, it's been cool for Bronny James to win a championship with his dad. Hopefully, LeBron James can stay one more year, especially because Luka is going to be on this team as well. So I'm hoping next year might be the year, but they are going to have to make some trades. In Bronny James' second season, we are facing the Grizzlies, who have a terrifying Ja Morant, who in every chance chose to mock Bronny James every time he had the chance to do so. It was crazy. Ja Morant pushed this matchup, though, to a Game 7, where he ultimately ended up taking the L, Bronny James getting the last shot in this game. It was insane. Next, we end up going against the San Antonio Spurs, who have De'Aaron Fox, who is extremely quick on the dribble, and Victor Wembanyama, who can literally do everything. Bronny, LeBron James, and Luka held it together, though, for another win at Game 7. For this season, Bronny averaged 9 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal, going to a 48-24 win-to-loss record, which isn't necessarily too good, but Bronny is definitely improving from last season. His attributes are improving. He's becoming an all-around better basketball player for this team, and even in a couple of these games in this season, he has been dropping 20 points each game. We run into OKC once more, but we took the W so quickly it was embarrassing, winning at 4-1 in the conference finals. I have been paying attention to the other conference, and we will be facing the Magics in the finals. That is a crazy matchup. Don't know how they got there, but let's go against them. Left in this quarter, man. Listen, that is enough time for this Orlando Magic team to come back, but we are in Game 5 and we are up 3-1, so we have the advantage here. If we can just maintain our score or even make it a little bit... Really? Make it a little bit higher, we could win, but it looks like they might come back here. Okay, no. Oh my goodness, puts the ball up. They are only 3 points down, y'all. This is bad. 46 seconds left on the clock. I don't see Bronny James in this game, so they don't have faith in him, but it's okay. It is okay. He's going to improve, especially after LeBron ends up leaving the squad. First of all, I don't understand why they're playing through LeBron. He is simply old right now. Pass the ball to Luka. 119-116, man. I'm petrified. We need to end up winning. We will end up winning an NBA champion, y'all, if we win this game. Please let this happen so Bronny James can get one title. Oh my goodness, and he bangs a 3, tying the game. I mean, granted, we still have a lot of opportunity. We're in Game 5 right now. We still have a potential to go to a Game 7, right? So we got this. We aren't going to lose here. Getting the ball to Bron. I don't know why they keep trying to go through him. They need to go through Luka. But they want LeBron to make sure he gets this last play. This better not go into overtime. Do something crazy, Bron. 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh my goodness, Bron. Oh! I'm tripping. LeBron James just banged himself a 2-point shot right there. That is crazy. That is crazy and absurd. Now they're gonna pass the ball in. Let's see if they can end up somehow beating us here. They would have to get a three-pointer in this 2 seconds. Right here. Jump. Oh my goodness, he was so close to banking that, but we ended up becoming an NBA champion in Bronny James' second year. Though the second year, he wasn't really playing too much. He was only averaging 8 points. But listen, he is improving throughout these years, and he wasn't really on the court. I don't even know how much he averaged in this game. We can end up seeing afterward, but we still got to give him praise for being here, being on the team. Regardless, he got that second ring. And no matter how, it don't matter when, it don't matter what, he got and retrieved a second ring in this year. And thank God LeBron James ended up waiting. So they both got a ring together, which is so damn beautiful. It was LeBron, Doncic, and Bronny. He received one. Let's see how much points he had. 12 points. That's not too bad. 12 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Honestly, an all-around good game. Coming off a championship, Bronny James has improved substantially. LeBron James has retired, though, so at least they had a championship together. They made a couple of trades surrounding around the young star in Luka. Bronny averaged 15 points this season, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and 1 steal, going 63-17, one of the best seasons this Lakers team has had so far. We ended up getting Williams on our team from OKC, and then we ended up getting Jimmy Butler from the Warriors. And I believe Chet Holmgren was also from OKC as well, so they really rebuilt this team going against this Nugget squad. Next, we end up facing the Warriors, who of course have Stephen Curry, but other than that, really nobody was on the team. We honestly don't even know how they got there, and we swept them rather quickly, going 4-0. Our next matchup is very intimidating. This was the team that took us out in our first season, winning a championship that season as well. Here comes an angry Anthony Edwards that also wants a championship and wants his shot, but fails because we ended up winning in Game 5. Lastly, we had the Raptors in the finals, beating them 4-0. Simple, no challenge whatsoever. So now if anybody was saying it, oh, Bronny James won a championship because of his father and Luka, now look what Bronny James ended up doing. Though he had Butler, he had Dalton, he also has Luka here as well, but Bronny James was the star of this season, and he ended up finally winning a championship. Now, I'm pretty sure, I think the MVP, I don't know if it went to Bronny or if it went to Luka, but at the end of the day, Bronny James was a beast. He went crazy this season. Though it was still only 15 points that he ended up averaging, he still was beastly. Oh, you know who I just remembered was on this team? He actually was the one who won the MVP. Yes, Chet Holmgren. I completely forgot. And we still also have Williams on this team. They really built up a huge squad to be surrounded around Bronny James and Luka. But hey, it ended up working out and we ended up getting a championship. Now we end up starting this next year's playoff against the Clippers, who acquired a new player on their team, Giannis. No Harden or Kawhi, so this is him all on his own. So it was kind of easy enough for us to get the W in Game 6. In our next game, we end up approaching the Rockets. Once again, they didn't really pick anybody up for this team, so Bronny was just being goatly and destroyed them in Game 6 as well. This year, Bronny ended up averaging 16 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, and 1 steal, and the win-to-loss record was 56-26. Also getting second NBA team, we end up going against OKC. Once again, I swear we've seen them every single year, but this season was different. Bronny takes them down by storm, having a career high of 50 points, beating them 4-1. Here is Bronny and their team getting the W in this conference finals, and here he is holding up this conference finals championship. It's looking great, and he also got the conference finals MVP. Bronny was going crazy for this team. We still have Williams on this team. We still got Chet and Luka. I think Jimmy Butler had retired at this point, but this team was very, very well built. So we ended up winning the NBA Finals, going against the Cleveland Cavaliers, pushing it to a Game 7, but we got the W, y'all. This was a crazy, crazy matchup. Honestly, I'm more upset as the fact that I forgot to get clips for that game, but it is 100% okay. We are here presenting this championship. Look at Luka Doncic raising this up in the air. I really want to see who gets this MVP. Is this Bronny this time? I think it may be Bronny this time, which I will be extremely excited for because Bronny definitely deserves it. He definitely went crazier this season than he did last season. Though they had a better record, Bronny, I feel like, was just all around on the court. I know the averages were necessarily the same, but really watching the games impactfully, Bronny was going crazy in these games. But let's jump into the next season. Bronny's first appearance in this playoffs is against the Dallas Mavericks, which he put a show on for, but Kyrie and Davis had a clapback every time, pushing this game to a game 7 where the Lakers end up coming out on top, which was very surprising, but it ended up happening, man, because Kyrie and Anthony Davis, they were just going back and forth, letting shots rain, but Bronny James just simply improved this season. Next, we end up going against the Rockets and sweeping them rather quickly. Next, Bronny then faces the Grizzlies, where Ja Morant wants his revenge once again on us, pushing us to a game 7, but Bronny James put an end to it because, man, he was just playing lethally out there, and now we are running into this finals, going to go and face the Brooklyn Nets. In this playoffs, though, he ended up getting second NBA team. He averaged 16 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, and 1 steal, going to a 50-32 win-to-loss record. 40 seconds left in this quarter. Williams is inbounding the ball here. The teams have definitely switched a lot. Oh, wow. He was wide open, and he still ended up passing it. Bronny James with the steal, though, getting a nice little open layup to put that to 87. We the Nets just, honestly, I guess they're tying with us, man. I guess they're decent. Williams for the 3 ends up banking it. Damn, this team goes crazy. Yeah, this new Lakers squad, I don't know what we started doing, but we just started getting some crazy people. This is going to be the last season that we end up going through. The last season we ended up going through with Bronny. This is his, I believe it's like 5th season, and he ended up getting 4 rings, basically tying with his dad for the rings, at least, not necessarily in anything else, but the rings. Jackson to Claxton. Whoa, I don't like the rhyming. Alright, 89-92. Bronny James now bringing this ball up the court. I wonder if this is how this Nets team looks, or was there a bunch of changes? I don't know who was on it. Moreno! Nasty lip. Is that dude real? Is he a real basketball player? Is that on, though? That would have been crazy. Moreno with the rebound, getting the ball to Williams. Williams with a nice little lane, getting himself an easy 2, 89-96. 6 minutes left in this quarter. Tate with the screen. A little too open. Bangs that 3. I knew it was coming. 92-96. That was a nice shot. 96. Tate here. Trying to get into the paint. Gets it to a Flan who was wide open. Brogdon not playing good defense. 34 seconds left on this shot clock. 106-106. Can these Lakers? Oh, Bronny open with the nasty dunk. 106-108. The scary part is, though, is the Nets can definitely hit a 3 here. We might have to go to a game 5. Finishing a game 4, though, will be beastly. Sweeping in the finals is kind of embarrassing. All right, Fears. Okay, what are these last names? Fears. Getting a screen. Doesn't use it. Luka on him. Luka on him. He's trying to dance. He's trying to prance. He's dancing. He's prancing. Luka. Oh my goodness. And he bodied that ball into the hoop. Luka, you failed me. I saw him dancing too, bro. I knew it was going to happen. Moreno to Luka. 16 seconds left. Come on. We got to use this wisely. Please win us a championship. No one has time to go to overtime. Bronny, no. He's not open. What is Luka doing? What is Luka doing? Going for the 2. Okay, hold him. Yes! Last minute. For Flan for the 3. Oh my goodness. Flan almost banked that, but I don't think he got off in time anyway. But yeah, so in game 4, the Los Angeles Lakers are NBA champions. Why is it when they talk, sometimes basketball players cover their mouth? I'm assuming it's because they feel like people are going to read what they're saying, but I don't know. I do not know. That means people must be really good at being able to read their lips for people to start covering their mouths when they talk. Literally. They're probably like, damn, that was pretty close to what I said. Alright, I don't know if that's Moreno or if that's Chet. Oh no, Chet looks different. So that might be the Moreno cat. But where the hell did his hair go? Bronny James, they're holding his championship up high. Let's see who gets the MVP. Is it going to be Bronny or Luka? It's honestly been bouncing back and forth from Bronny and Luka. Oh, they give it to Chet. Alright, Chet is the MVP here. Tall as hell. Literally tall as hell. Oh my goodness. Like, us getting him on the squad was a great idea. So let's look here. You got Williams with 30. You got Moreno with 21. Damn, Moreno went. Who the hell is Moreno? Oh, he's just some dude that we drafted. All right. I think he might be a real person, but I think he's like supposed to be drafted in the NBA in like 2 years, something like that. He came in 2026. Bronny James at 20, Holmgren with 13.